Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chris Russell here. Football news now, and here's what's happening around the NFL right now. First, the top 5 hot headlines. The Oakland Raiders officially completing their deal with the former number 4 overall pick in the 2009 draft. That would be Aaron Curry from the Seattle Seahawks. In exchange, the Raiders reportedly give the Seahawks a 7th-round pick in 2012, also a conditional pick in 2013 to make room for Curry, who hasn't obviously been very productive. They cut young linebacker Bruce Davis to make room on their 53. Also, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers officially will be without starting running back LeGarrette Blount this Sunday, as he's out for the next 1 to 2 weeks, according to the St. Petersburg Times. So that means Ernest Graham gets the start. Also, the team cutting Alan Bradford. To the surprise of some, it might signify that they're trying to open up a roster spot to sign a veteran to compete with Graham while Blount is on the shelf. Also, a no-go for Falcons rookie wideout Julio Jones, the often injured Alabama star. He is out for this week's game, and the head coach, Mike Smith, just hopes that he's available for next week against currently undefeated Detroit. And according to 610 AM in Kansas City, Nick Wright, multiple Chiefs personnel sources tell Wright that General Manager Scott Pioli was prepared to fire head coach Todd Haley last week if the Chiefs did not complete an improbable comeback in Indianapolis, which they did. Of course, the Colts playing without Peyton Manning, so that made it a little bit easier. But for now, Pioli sparing Haley his job. Also, the Texans officially bolstering their receiving corps with the addition of veteran Derek Mason from the Jets. New York getting a 7th-round pick as compensation. And what do you know? Mason gets to play against his former team, the Baltimore Ravens, in his first game with the Texans. Now, as Paul Harvey used to say, the rest of the story. The Jaguars could be without 2 starting linebackers. Strong side backer Darryl Smith dealing with a concussion. He hasn't missed a game in 2.5 years. He did practice on a limited basis on Thursday. Also, weak side linebacker Clint Session, he did not practice on Thursday as the Jaguars desperately need a win against the Steelers. We mentioned Julius Peppers' injury. Well, the Bears have more to worry about than just that, as Vikings defensive end Jared Allen, who leads the NFL with 8.5 sacks, comes to Soldier Field on Sunday night. And the Chicago Tribune reports that the Bears are changing both of their safeties, benching veteran safeties Chris Harris and newly acquired Brandon Merriweather in favor of Major Wright and Chris Conti this week. Minnesota also working out former Broncos and Eagles offensive tackle Ryan Harris, and Percy Harvin was held out of Thursday's practice with a rib injury after practicing on a limited basis on Wednesday. And finally, from Washington, Chris Cooley has suffered a little bit of a setback, according to head coach Mike Shanahan, with some fluid on his knee. Had it drained earlier in the week. He is questionable, of course, moving forward to Sunday's big showdown against the 1-4 Philadelphia Eagles, as is Anthony Armstrong, who continues to be limited with a hamstring. That's all for now. I'm Chris Russell, right here on Football News Now.
Shit, Rainey.